you're the only person that controls your success and the journey. And so when you own it, then you begin to realize that you are the author of your own dreams and you are the player pushing the chess pieces around. And so what are you going to do to move yourself forward? Of course, in this book are my takeaways of what I've learned in these 40 years, what I think are important nuggets for a young woman. It was targeted for young women between 25 and 40 and struggling in a corporate environment that for whatever reason. And so the things that I learned in those 40 years are in that book. And so I kind of think about as a pocket mentor for a young woman. And so at any given time in a career trajectory, you're going to run into some of these things in this book. And so that's ultimately why I wrote it and what it's about. When the music stops, you want to make sure you still have a chair. And so you can't lean all into politics. You've got to be standing strong on your own skill and merit. You're going to become the best at what you do, and then you're going to raise your hand and expect success. And if you don't get it, then you're going to pack your marbles and do the next thing because at the end of the day, I'm going here. And so hopefully we're going together, but I'm still going here. And so you've got to figure out and own that.
What to you does it mean to live a phenomenal life?
Well, whatever the things that give you joy and purpose, that you're anchored in knowing who you are, and then owning the fact that you're in control of what makes you happy, and knowing for sure what that is, right? And then saying that I'm having that. So I'm having this. This is what makes me happy. I'm having this. I'm having independence. I'm having financial control. There's no change without change. So if these are the things that make you happy and you don't have them, then something has to change. And the ownership of that change is you.
What prompted the two of you to join forces?
Well, I only have the one daughter and we've always been very, very close. And so, she has her own fabulous career, corporate career. But when I started to write, I first started writing articles for Black Enterprise, and then that's became the basis of the book. But a lot of the articles came from her struggling in a corporate environment. And so we kind of talked every day, and then as we talked, she was like, well, that needs to go in the book. And I said, okay. And so I said, okay, you're right. And so we really collaborated on the book. And so she has an international MBA in marketing. And it was more of, she was helping me and I was helping her. And so we were always in business together, whether it's formal or informal, it was always a together kind of thing. And Margaret Bim, I don't know if you know Margaret, she's an attorney, a partner with Dodson, Parker, and Bim and Caparello. And so I've known Margaret, 30 plus years. She's helped push me in the direction that I was wanting to go and get to, but then she's also been there when I was possibly making decisions that weren't really gonna fit. And so she's always someone that I can go to, that has had great success, that has great passion and purpose, knows exactly what she wants to do, and is going to have exactly what she wants, and will do the work of that. And the same thing that I'm talking through about Margaret is that person, and I know I can pick up the phone and call and say, hey, I need to talk to you about XYZ, and she's there.
What is the best piece of advice you've ever been given?
And if you want it, then ask for it. So that's and then if you don't get it, then figure out why and do the work. So that's probably the best piece of advice is don't be afraid to raise your hand and ask for what you want.
Outside of faith, family, and friends, what are 3 things that you can't live without?
Travel, cooking, joyful life, because that's a big net. So I can't. So I do a lot of things. I golf. I swim. I love the water. On boating. I mean, there's so many things, but all of those things make for joyful life. So I can't. I have to have a joyful life.
I love that. I think it's great. Well, that's it.
Yep.